Once upon a time, in a grand kingdom filled with wealth and splendor, there lived an emperor who loved nothing more than wearing fine clothes. He spent every coin and every moment choosing new outfits, changing them from morning till night. The emperor cared more about his wardrobe than about ruling his people, who began to whisper that their ruler was more vain than wise. One day, two clever strangers came to the city. They called themselves weavers and announced that they could make the most magnificent fabric in the world, so fine and delicate that it could only be seen by those who were wise and honest. Anyone foolish or dishonest would see nothing at all. The emperor, thrilled by the idea, invited the weavers to his palace and paid them a large sum of gold to begin their work immediately. The two men set up looms and pretended to weave. Day after day, they worked busily, though there was nothing on their looms. Curious to see their progress, the emperor sent his trusted minister to check on them. The minister saw nothing but empty air, yet he didn't want to appear foolish or dishonest. Magnificent. He said, "Such beautiful colors and patterns." He hurried back to the emperor with glowing praise. At last, the weavers announced that the clothes were ready. They held up invisible fabric, pretending to fold and cut it carefully. The emperor, eager to see his new outfit, came to try it on. But when he saw nothing, his heart sank. Still, he thought, if I can't see it, I must be a fool. So he smiled proudly and admired himself in the mirror as the weavers pretended to dress him in the invisible robes. When the day of the grand parade arrived, the emperor marched through the streets in his new clothes. The crowd had gathered to admire him. They too saw nothing, but who would dare say so? "How splendid!" they murmured. "What a perfect fit!" No one wanted to appear foolish or unwise. Then, from the crowd, a small voice piped up, a child's voice. "But the emperor has no clothes on." The people gasped. Then, slowly, laughter spread from one person to another. The truth could no longer be hidden. The emperor blushed, realizing he had been deceived. But he held his head high and finished the procession proudly, pretending not to notice the laughter that followed him. When he returned to the palace, the weavers were gone along with all the gold and jewels they had been given. From that day on, the emperor learned a valuable lesson. Wisdom and honesty are worth more than all the fine clothes in the world.